God damn it! Right. It's gotta be the food is right there.
Give him a feint. When you get your shots off, turn that corner, okay? Just step around it. All right? Good. Mix that jab up, down, feint. Yeah, start mixing.
The red corner, wearing blue, official weight 133 3/4 pounds. As a professional, 32 victories, including 17 knockouts. Only one defeat with one bout even.
It's a little bit of everything. He was right hand happy in the first round, and effectively so, I might add. In the second round, it was the left hand that was doing the damage. So, Vika so far tonight, the whole package.
All right, settle down.
Undefeated in his campaign to the ring with a record of 19 wins, no losses, with 18 big wins coming by way of knockout. He is currently ranked the WBA number 3 super featherweight contender. Ladies and Geico.com today. Our judges scoring the action: James Kinney, John McKay, John Signorelli. All right, fans, here we go. 10 rounds of boxing, light heavyweights in the
change to Kevin Cunningham. He said, I actually did a Kevin Coach Kevin before when Devin Alexander fought Timothy Bradley. I've seen the way he is. We've had our arguments. He's cussed me out almost every day.
And get lackadaisical every time, all right? Because things going your way. Don't get lackadaisical. Because what he's trying to do is slowly but surely touch you here, touch you there, all right? We ain't having that. Keep him in check with your jab, all right? He can't do nothing. He can't get past the jab. How you feel? Good. He can't get past the jab. Dude ain't in your league, man. But don't fucking get relaxed.
Close your eyes and listen.
Stay alert. Whatever you do, stay sharp, stay alert. He ain't trying to do nothing laying a goddamn left hand. Smart, sharp fighters, that's great. All that shit. I'm telling you, you got to be sharp in here, man. You take it too long to get your rhythm. Your rhythm is gonna be a problem for him, bro. And stop letting him get inside. He gotta pay for getting in there where he wanna be. Throw this shit straight down the pipe and come back with a short hook. Welcome to the show. Live, back up and running.
Finally,
it's been a while.
That's what's up. Well,
my man Kendrick Myrie is my co-host, and we back up. It's been a while since Cunningham Corner has been up and running, and glad to get us back up and going, and we rocking and rolling. So Kendrick, man, what a weekend of boxing.
A lot of exciting fights happened last night for sure, and a lot of news to talk about.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But last night was a great way for PBC to launch their first fight on Amazon Prime Video.
Yep.
The fights were entertaining. The co-main event, Pitbull was exactly a Pitbull.
Yeah, he came out and did what he did.
He that Chihuahua that Rolly was talking about tore his ass up last night.
Rolly was on roller skates.
Yeah. So I mean, from opening bell, man. I mean,
he told him to him he couldn't get himself set up for nothing. I saw him land some good stuff in the beginning, but it was just, I mean, Pitbull was just too much. Much.
I mean, Rolly landed some good right hands, but nothing really fazed Pitbull.
Nah.
I mean, he walked through Rolly's best shots.
Yeah.
And he did some things. I mean, he was doing a lot of catching and shooting, and he was catching Rolly with a lot of counter shots. And
right.
He cut the ring off.
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot of fighters that complain about facing opponents that move a lot.
Right.
Well, Rolly was running in there, but Pitbull cut the ring off and broke him down and chopped him down and stopped him. I mean,
Pitbull definitely worked on his footwork and cutting the ring off, because last fight I felt like he got frustrated.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he got frustrated, and then we seen a lot of dirty fighting from him because of his frustration. But we seen an improvement last night for sure.
For sure. I mean, he cut the ring off.
Rolly was a squirrel.
Yeah.
He was all over the place.
Yeah. He cut the ring off, worked from the bottom up.
Yeah.
And I mean, Rolly, it's amazing that Rolly even got this far to this level with the skill set. I mean, he's got like primitive skills. I mean, most fighters don't get to become world champion with that level of skill set that Rolly brings to the ring. Right. So it's surprising to even see Rolly make it this far with that skill set. So that's, I mean, he's definitely got to work on improving his skill set for sure.
Honestly, I don't, not to say it's over, it ain't over. He's young, but like what Rolly, I think Rolly has to also work on discipline. And I don't know if it's because of the style of the style Pitbull brought to the table. He couldn't stay composed.
That's Rolly every fight. That ain't had nothing to do with Pitbull. The way Rolly fights is what you saw last night. That's the way he fights.
Yeah. I think when he was landing his counter shots, he looked crispy at first, and then it got turned back into Rolly once he got hit and he realized that a man's gonna eat those shots. Got kind of, he went back to Rolly. I thought maybe he was gonna come out, because then he let go of his trainer and started training with a new camp, trying to do something different.
He left his trainer and went to Solace and I mean, he was still the same old Rolly to me, But
I think Pitbull knocked it out of him.
Yeah,
he whatever Silas taught him, it was like it was like too.
I mean, Pitbull definitely made a statement last night.
Yes, he's back.
The fans really received him really well. I heard that he from last night to this morning, I heard he got his Instagram followers went up like 300,000 or 400,000.
He's definitely a fan favorite. I like watching him fight.
So he's in the mix, and he's in the 140-pound division. So I mean, that division has a lot of good fights that's coming that could potentially make for some big fights in the sport for sure.
Yeah.
So he's in the mix. I mean, I like to see Pitbull with Haney, Matias.
Wow.
Any of them. So, he's definitely in the mix. He's a player, that's for sure.
I think that's like a do or die type of fight, Matias versus Pitbull. I would love to see that. You're right about that.
Oh yeah, that has fan friendly written all over it.
You don't want to see Pitbull versus Tank 2?
No. I
know some people don't want to see it.
Yeah,
to prove.
I mean, I guess
he been working on his game lately, so I don't know.
But styles make fights. So I think
people like that fight.
I think Tank has got plenty of other bigger options. He's been there, done that. So I don't want to see him do a Pitbull rematch until we see Tank Haney, Tank Shakur, Tank Tszyu.
That's right.
There's no way in hell that I'm putting Tank Cruz 2 before I would want to see those fights.
That's you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that one 100%. I'd rather see that before I see Pitbull versus Tank 2. Those are good fights, really good fights.
Yeah. And the main event, oh my God,
turned into like a UFC event.
I don't know about all that.
That was what happened wouldn't happen in the UFC. They would have stopped the fight. That was an illegal blow.
Yeah, for sure. He landed. He hit him with an elbow, And I mean,
we're talking about Tszyu. Let's who we talking about?
Well, just chill for a second.
Okay.
Let me get to where I'm going with this.
Okay.
First of all, when Fundora threw the shot, Tszyu leaned forward. So when Fundora threw the shot and turned it over, he turned it all the way over.
Okay.
And actually, Tszyu came forward and the elbow hit the top of Tszyu's head.
It's no longer illegal. Yeah.
So he instantly, blood was gushing out the top of his head instantly. So the corner did the best that they could do, but at no point in time throughout the entire fight did they ever stop the bleeding. So there's a case for people saying that the fight should have been stopped. At least after the third round, when they saw that the corner didn't have the capabilities to stop a cut of that magnitude.
Right.
But the fight went on, and I tell you, Tszyu showed a lot of heart and guts.
Yeah.
Because most fighters, I'm not going to say most fighters, but a lot of fighters, and I've seen fighters that have had lesser injuries than that, and complained about that they couldn't see.
Okay.
You know, blood's getting in it. Well, this guy had blood just showering down his face for the next 10 rounds.
Okay. Yep, he did.
But he came out and he fought, and it was a good close fight. You know, but I just hate that
he broke Fundora's nose, I believe.
Yeah. Well, they didn't confirm that, but Fundora's nose didn't stop bleeding for most of the fight either. So
he definitely cracked him.
But a nosebleed and a big gash in the top of your head and blood pouring into your eyes for 10 rounds, that says a lot about Tszyu's heart and desire.
It changed the fight.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Coach. So when you get a hit in the back of the head, from what I understand, the ref said if you leaned into it, then it's your fault. If the person looked like it was intentional, it's their fault. So like if somebody's bending over and the person's punching, let's say throwing a hook, and they get caught in the back of the head, but because he was bending in that direction, the rules state that there's no foul there because the guy's like bending over and into that direction. That's how he got hit in the back of the head. So I'm saying that because what you said about the elbow.
Well,
he leaned over and boom, he got cut by the elbow.
Yeah. But for the most part, when you talk about the punches behind the head and a guy is either turning his head or leaning over, it's a judgment call by the referee.
Right.
You know, so, you know, it's at the referee's discretion because it could go either way. If a fighter turned his head when I'm in the act of throwing a punch and you turn your head and I hit you in the back of the head, it's all at the referee's discretion.
Right.
So, you know, it depends on what the referee feels that he sees at the time and how he wants to call it.
Right. And he didn't really, I mean, there was no points taken. There was no.
Well, no, that was a total accident. You know what I'm saying? So you got a guy coming forward. You got a guy throwing a punch. You got a guy that's 6'6". You got a guy that's 5'10". So he's already up under, you know, Fundora. So it was nothing really. It was no kind of intentional foul or anything. It was definitely accidental. So, but but it was even at that with the nonstop bleeding. Yeah, it was still a really good, entertaining, competitive fight.
A lot of action. Even in the opening card, they had like action all the way up.
Yeah,
ton of action.
Yeah, the undercard fights were pretty good, pretty entertaining also. So tell me this. Now, Fundora came in and upset the apple cart. You know, he upset Tszyu, but he upset a lot of plans. You know, a lot of people were talking about Tszyu fighting Crawford next, who's mandated by the WBO to fight the winner of that fight for the WBO strap.
Okay.
And then you have Earl Spence, who showed up to the fight and says he's fighting the winner, which is Fundora.
Like a thief in the night.
So what do you think about a Fundora Spence matchup?
I do not. I don't want to see it right now. I'm kind of like you when it comes to Tank versus Cruz too. I'd rather him go in a different direction. I thought he wanted Crawford. So what happened to that? So what happened? That's what the fans were waiting on, him to come back for that. Now you saying, oh, I want to go to Fundora instead. Stylistically,
well, from my understanding, he had an injury, and due to the injury, the time frame expired for the rematch with him and Crawford to take place. That's from my understanding. So,
as a fight fan,
and Crawford, I guess, made a decision to say, well, I mean, if I'm not going to get the rematch when I'm supposed to get it, I'm gonna move on to look for something else. So that
makes sense.
From my sources and from what I'm hearing, that's how that played out. But you know, who knows?
Crawford has the right to move on, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, I mean, Spence got to get out there and get it. He got to get back on track. So however he got to get it, you know, whether it's Fundora, I don't think that's a good matchup for Spence, especially he likes to fight inside a lot. I don't like that fight.
Why don't you like that fight for Spence?
I don't know. It's just the styles. I mean, it's gonna be a fight for sure. I think the way my man's fight, he gonna bring it. Spence gonna come at him. He gonna dig on him, dig onto the body, you know. But I just think Fundora is a volume puncher, and I think he beats you up over time. Spence beats you up over time. Who do I think win? Again, it's a lot of question marks because of these injuries that keep popping up with Spence.
Well, it sounds like to me you describing the Fundora of old, because the Fundora that I saw last night switched up and made some adjustments and changed his game and started to use his height and reach like never before. I've never seen Fundora box like that, using his length, his height, and even he kept Tszyu in the center of the ring.
Oh, he fought like a tall man.
Yeah, he fought tall, and he's never done that. He's, in most instances, he's coming forward. Yeah, he's fighting on the inside, and he fights pretty good to be a tall guy with long arms on the inside. But after, I guess, being knocked out,
being touched
by Mendoza, they made some adjustments. Obviously, they made some adjustments. Yeah, and he stayed disciplined. He stayed true to the game plan and the strategy, and kept Tszyu on the end of his punches, kept him in the center of the ring. You really never saw Fundora lingering on the ropes or anything like that. So, so, I mean, or it looks like he's added a whole nother element to his game, and he's starting to figure out how to use his height and reach properly.
So you got me, Coach. You're right. The Fundora, and you're right. Maybe he learned his lesson fighting on the inside because he put himself in jeopardy. And I got to bring up the Lubin fight. Lubin touched him a lot. That was a great fight. That was the PBC Fight of the Year for 2022, I think it was.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think over time, your guy, and then the time he got knocked down or knocked out in his other fight, I believe that his chin might be getting chipped away a little bit. So that's why he had to switch it up. That's just a theory.
Well, I mean, obviously he switched it up because he's 6'6" and he's not fighting as a tall guy.
Right.
He's got arms that reach all the way across the ring. So and it just made sense to start using your natural born attributes.
Right.
So I mean, that's what growing and developing as a fighter, and that's what a trainer is supposed to do. Develop skill set. And keep working with a guy to take his skill set to the next level and try to alleviate the mistakes and elevate his strong suits. And that's kind of what I saw from Team Fundora last night.
Yeah.
He fought totally different than what we're normally used to seeing him.
The inside.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you know,
I like the fight. I think it's a great fight inside. I think I got question marks on what's Spence going to do different now that he's been criticized so heavily about his style and what he didn't do beforehand. But you really can't knock him. You just got to say, hey, look, you know.
And that's an interesting take too, because he's got some adjustments. Yeah, and some things that he want to add to his game, and that's going to be interesting to see. For one, who's going to be his new trainer if it's true that Earl and Derek James are parting ways, and then you know, just see what new tools will he bring to the ring.
We're gonna find out.
So I mean, and just what his approach would be to a fight with Fundora, you know. So like you said, obviously he's got to get inside of Fundora's reach.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
And that's
hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hearing something.
Yeah, so I think
what is that?
Yeah, that call is coming.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should be hearing more about where he's going to go soon. What do you think, Coach?
I don't know. I can't. I've heard nothing, zero on that situation. So it'll be interesting to see who he decides to work with. You know.
Obviously, I'm sure you heard your name got thrown into the hat.
Yeah, but I mean that's just internet talk. You know. You know, people just talking, and I mean, podcasts, content. You know, so I don't get into that, and I don't even entertain none of that. And you know, especially when you're talking about the business of boxing, I don't focus on any of that type stuff. Only what I know to be fact, and you know, and if, you know, I don't know anything about any of that. So
right.
So,
okay, well,
so
we're gonna find out sooner or later what he's gonna do, and so I think that that's still an interesting matchup. People want to see boxing. I think boxing as a whole needs to keep it moving, keep it rolling, especially after what PBC did, and that was historical, doing that on Prime. And I hope that that relationship grows, because Prime is a great platform.
Yeah, they got off to a great start. I mean, the entertaining fights. I mean, Amazon Prime, the production was great. I didn't expect anything less. But everybody's talking about the Rolly Cruz fight, and definitely Tszyu and Fundora. And then you have the Spence getting the winner, fighting Fundora.
Yep.
Then there's a whole nother element that you have the WBC president tweeted this morning that the winner has to defend the WBO title against Terrence Bud Crawford. So that's a whole nother piece to this thing. I mean, there's so many different moving parts to this situation. It's crazy. So
it's a lot of names up there.
Yeah. So I mean, if they're going to stay true to their rules and their bylaws, obviously, Fundora has to make, and his team has to make a decision.
Yep.
And from what I'm hearing, they're looking to do the Earl Spence fight. So if it's Spence Fundora, then obviously the WBO will strip Fundora.
Right.
And then there's Terrence Crawford.
Yeah,
so Terrence Crawford is definitely fighting for the WBO title.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have number 1, Josh Kelly.
Yep.
And then number 2, my guy, Erickson Lubin.
The Hammer.
So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. You know, me personally, I mean, knowing Bud, I mean, yeah, he's going to fight for the belt, obviously.
Yeah.
But then again, Bud is not just fighting for belts. He's bigger than just fighting for belts.
Mm-hmm.
He's making legacy moves at this point in his career.
Right.
And I just don't see him fighting just some guy that
Random.
Nobody knows.
Right.
You know, especially nobody in America, and nobody knows Josh Kelly in America.
That's right.
So hopefully that, you know, a more marketable fight, you know, fight that with a name and a brand that most people in America knows,
right,
which is Erickson Lubin, and hopefully, you know, that works out and you get Crawford Lubin for the vacant WBO.
When it comes to the economics, to me, it makes sense because, again, you got 2 Americans. They both got a name. Josh Kelly, you know, that's a hard sell to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they could sell it
in
Europe, you know, in the UK somewhere. But you get this is Terrence Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
This is Terrence Crawford we're talking about. We're talking about the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the sport of boxing. So he's gonna have something to say about his next move. It's obvious that the WBO is standing by him and mandating that whoever has the 154-pound WBO world title has to fight Terrence Crawford next. And we just got to see how it play out.
Right. So I'm thinking about the numbers and the money. So you go to Josh Kelly. What do you think about? Do you think if they do that fight, they can sell out O2 Arena?
I don't think Josh Kelly's that. I mean,
that's like their big arena over there.
Bud is the name, but I don't think
Josh
that's a big enough dance partner
to get them
to sell out the O2 Arena.
Yeah, and you know what I just did? I just wrote down different arenas. I lost T-Bone Arena for Lubin. I think that'll sell. State Farm Arena in Atlanta. I think that'll sell.
For sure.
Madison Square Garden. I think that'll sell.
I think so.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Bud backyard.
I don't. That's not Tulsa. No, Oklahoma is not Bud's backyard.
The main space where they go. Where
he's from Nebraska.
That's that's close, but not that close.
No, we ain't doing no Tulsa. He ain't doing no Tulsa.
What do you think of Omaha?
That's Bud's hometown.
What's the name of the arena? I'm trying to think of that arena.
It's at the university. Is it Drake University? Yeah.
Wherever it's at.
It's at a university. That's the arena where Bud fights at in Oklahoma. But anyway, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out, you know, and we just got to see how it plays out. I mean, like I said, most people are not too familiar with Josh Kelly, so just from a fight standpoint, I know he was knocked out by the guy that his name escapes me. The guy that Bud knocked out when he fought on BLK Prime.
Abanesian, yes.
He knocked out Josh Kelly.
What?
So why would Bud want to fight this guy that got knocked out by a guy that he's already knocked out?
Right. It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
I just don't think Bud's into fighting insignificant fights.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The Lubin fight makes sense. Like I said, it's economics, and it's an exciting fight. I like the styles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got to see what happens, man.
Mhm.
I mean, Bud may go a whole totally different direction. He may decide he want to go in a whole different direction and not even fight for the WBO title. And then I guess that will open the door for Lubin Kelly for the vacant title.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
we just got to see how this thing plays out, man. That's you got to see what moves, the powers that be want to make, and
Right.
what pieces on the board that they want to push into certain situations. So
Who do you think is in control of what happens next in this division? Is it Fundora or is it Crawford? Because I think Spence is looking for a fight, but I don't think he has he can sell obviously, but it's up to Fundora to make the calls. It's up for Crawford to make the call. Who's A side? Like when it comes, like yes, my man's got a belt, but Crawford is Crawford,
Well, I just explained the whole scenario to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the WBO.
It's the
WBO belt, and then Fundora also has the WBC title.
Yeah. Okay.
So the WBO is mandating that Fundora defend the WBO title against Crawford. So
I don't think he's gonna do it.
Yeah, Fundora and his team looks like they're leaning towards fighting Spence. So, that's where we are.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about the fighter. The fighter ain't making those calls. It's the team and the handlers that are making those calls, bro. So, and I'm gonna say this: Earl Spence wasn't in that ring in Vegas for nothing last night.
That's true.
So
that's gonna happen. You're right.
If I was a betting man, you probably gonna see Spence Fundora.
Okay.
And it's a good chance the fight will be in Dallas at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Yes, of course. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Mexican American. Oh yeah. That's a nice place to go sell too. Right. Dallas.
Right.
Yeah, that's economics is right. So I'm always counting the dollars all the time. I'm thinking about the money. I'm like, yeah. That those numbers right there. Dallas got a great population. I think there's a lot more Fundora fans over that way too. Over on that side of town.
Yeah,
and of course,
it's just a lot of Mexicans in Texas, man.
Yeah, and then Spence got a good fan base. That's a great arena to have that. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. But things are looking pretty good. I mean, we got Canelo coming up May 4th.
I missed that one. Oh yeah, May 4th.
Canelo Munguia May 4th.
Oh yeah.
So
he, you know what, man? I've been trying to. He didn't turn me off. So when I say I missed that one, I did. Now when I hear about Canelo, like, because he won't fight my guy. I would love to see him fight Benavidez. I think that's a great fight. For just I'm going for Benavidez, but I just think that fight needs to happen for boxing. But it's up to Canelo.
Yeah, Canelo calls the shot.
Yeah, Canelo. He can do what he wants.
Yeah,
so when he don't give me what I want, I'm like turned off by it. Just like a whole bunch of other fans out there, they be like, we kind of like me. I'm not speaking for me, but I'm speaking for a lot of people that when he turned that fight, when he didn't give us that fight, everybody kind of just like
Yeah, but hey, man, Canelo's fought a lot of people, man. He's fought a lot of top fighters, so I think he's earned the right to pretty much do whatever he wants to do. Yeah, I like to see Benavidez, Canelo, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he's earned the right to
Canelo
fight. Yeah, to fight who he chooses.
Yeah.
And, you know, you in order to put yourself in that position, you had to have beaten a lot of the top guys.
That's right.
So you know.
Yeah. So May 4th, we'll see.
Yeah, I'd like to see Benavidez go up and fight the winner of Bivol and Benavidez.
Ooh, beautiful fight.
Yeah, he's fighting.
Either way.
Look.
I like that fight too.
Look, he's fighting at light heavyweight in his next fight anyway. We got a call coming in. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
What's up, Seth?
What's up, Seth?
Brooklyn in the house. So talk to us, man.
Well, me personally, I don't like the fight for the simple reason that Mike's an icon, and he's almost 60 years old. He'll be 58 when he gets in the ring with a 27-year-old. And, you know, Mike's retired, and he enjoys himself. You know, he smokes a lot of weed, and he seems to be doing pretty good financially. And I just think this is beneath him to even allow Jake Paul to grace the ring with him, with Mike Tyson. And I mean, if correct me if I'm wrong, just a year ago, Mike Tyson was being pushed through the airport in a wheelchair and was walking with a cane.
That's right.
And if my memory serves me correct, I think he had some kind of hip surgery or something like that. So here's a guy that's basically a senior citizen at this point. This ain't Iron Mike. You know, this is Michael Gerard Tyson, senior citizen that's enjoying life. And here's a guy in Jake Paul that's healthy, lives a healthy lifestyle, extremely athletic. He has access to some of the best trainers in the world. And if he was to go in the ring and look halfway decent with Mike, I mean, they would try to make this guy the face of boxing. And on the flip side of that, it just does. It's not a good look for Mike Tyson's legacy. So I ain't with it. And, I don't even think I'm gonna watch it. So I'm just totally, I ain't feeling that whole situation.
My opinion on that is, him getting in the ring, fight's a fight, but on the flip side of that, I don't like it. Flat out, I don't like it. Mike is, taking a chance on his health, with this young guy. And then when you talk about legacy over dollars, you know what I'm saying, or money, you know what I'm saying. I assume the same thing. I assume that Mike is doing good. I think Mike has a great American story of bouncing back. When he goes down, he gets back up again. Mike got a great story. So I hate to see his legacy tarnished, and I hate to see this whole great white hope thing. This theme of putting this kid on a pedestal. Even if he did look half as decent, it might make him look good, or it might make him look bad. Either way, because when it comes to Jake Paul, it's a lose-lose. You can't go at my man's, you know what I'm saying, and beat him, because now everybody's gonna hate you. Everybody love Mike, so you going, you picking on, Uncle Mike over here, and you beating up on him. And no, I don't see a promoter. I don't see nobody taking him serious anymore. He just fought a real boxer, and now two real boxers actually, and now he's going. To me, it's like he's trying to go back to the gimmicks. Why you doing an exhibition with Mike? Why are you wasting time? You're supposed to be focused on a real career.
Well, I only know of one legitimate boxer that he's faced, and he lost that fight.
Yes, one with a name.
Okay.
One with a name.
So the other one, some hand-picked bum.
Yes.
And but the one that had some halfway recognition, that had some boxing credibility, he lost to him, which is Fury's brother.
Yes.
So, and he's not that good.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So are you going to be watching that fight set?
Carlo, are you there?
And I wasn't really feeling it. But coming from experts, coming from coaches, guys with experience, I feel every day you got input. But it's something that I'm not gonna mess with. Like you said, it's like a gimmick. I thought Big Paul was a gimmick as a boxer anyway. I know he's a good athlete. So I know his boxing stuff, life or death, right? So ain't no playing around. But I ain't gonna watch this.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I am about it. I don't want to see that.
So who's your favorite fighter in the game as we speak today?
As we speak today, I would say it would probably have to be Crawford. I'm not like the biggest boxing fan, but when I watch it, I would probably say Crawford the best, and then that same last name. So I kind of rock with it.
So how do you like Crawford's chances if he were to get the Canelo fight?
I like the chances. Honestly, I do. I've seen his last fight. He looked impressive. You really, like, as far as telling to actually get in the ring, as far as take punches, everything like that. You got to do what kind of safety in and everything. But I like the chances against somebody like Canelo.
Well, I you know what? I agree with you. I like his chances too. I mean, because Canelo, he's going to be a little heavier than Bud, but at that elite level, skill sets play a major role, and I think Terrence Crawford has the skill set to level the playing field in terms of the weight difference, and I think Terrence is sharp enough to make Canelo pay for a lot of the mistakes that he made. He can't be as wide with his punches if he's facing a guy like Bud, and I think Bud has what it takes to give Canelo a really, really competitive fight, and I think he has the ability to pull off a win.
Yeah. And
only way that I see Canelo beating Terrence Crawford is by stoppage. If Canelo Crawford fight goes the distance, I see Bud winning. But if it ends by KO, obviously I see that it would be probably be Canelo overwhelming in the size difference would probably play the role. But then again, Bud's proved to be a pretty good puncher himself. So and he's a sharpshooter. So I like Bud's chances in a fight with Canelo.
I think 4th round, Canelo. I think 10th round, but I think he can stop him.
So you saying if the fight goes past 4 rounds, you pick Crawford?
I'm going Crawford only because he when it comes to strength, I think people underestimate his strength versus his size.
I agree.
He's very underestimated. I watch how this man train. He has a lot of skill sets that people don't necessarily say that's going to transfer over to boxing, but it has. I'm talking about his grappling ability, his inside game.
Mm-hmm.
He can maneuver around. He won't let nobody bully him.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to let somebody bully him, and that's going to be a problem for Canelo. Because Canelo used to walking people down, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and it reminds me of when Floyd taught him a lesson. And he said, you ain't gonna bully me, you're gonna dictate the fight. And so I think if Canelo can't,
well, that's two different. You're talking about two different scenarios because Floyd didn't on the inside. He didn't use his girth. He used skill, techniques,
yes,
trickery.
Yes, he had a lot of tricks,
and that's what he did to Canelo. But you talking about Terrence Crawford being able to use his strength to be able to gain respect even in the trenches with Canelo. That's what you're talking about with Bud.
That plus Bud has a skill set. I feel like
but Floyd didn't use
he didn't. No, he
any
finessed.
of that.
He finessed him.
Yeah, he finessed.
He finessed.
Tricked him and he schooled him.
And he was able to keep the ring in the center. He was able to face off. He just gave us a master class. But I think Bud can do it again. I think Bud is the boogeyman when it comes to Canelo because you don't know what I don't think it's going to be an easy fight for Canelo other than I'm just going to show you I'm the big guy. I think Canelo goes in there a little bit, anxious and say, let me prove a point that I'm the big guy here, and Bud going to school him. That's what I think going to happen. It again, fourth round, Canelo. Then after that, it's downhill from there. That's what I think.
So you think that Canelo got to knock him out early?
Yeah, he got to get on him. He got to insert his dominance right off the back. Let him know I'm the big man. And if it don't work, then what? I don't see nothing else coming. My man's too quick. He's coming up with how many weight classes? Two. Is it 2 or 3?
3 weight classes.
Yeah.
3 weight classes. Yeah. So
a lot of speed coming up there.
But then again, you got to remember Canelo came up from 147. So
that's true. He got his quickness too.
Yeah.
But you point out his him being open. He's taking them chances because he's been bullying people, and he does leave himself open to some things. But we'll see. That's a good fight. I think that's a good fight. People don't give Bud enough credit when it comes to that fight. So I think that's a good fight.
So Seth, so Crawford is your favorite. What about Tank? How you feeling? You ain't feeling Tank? Okay. Okay, I hear you. I think a lot of people feel like he's the new face of boxing, and I think in due time, when it's all said and done, he's going to be one of the best to ever do it because he's the total package. Yep.
I've seen him like switch his style up to a couple of times. He surprised me every time he come out.
Everybody think Tank's just a big puncher.
Yep.
Nah, Tank's his toolbox is loaded. Hands, feet,
IQ,
boxing IQ, defense, offense. I mean, he's got it all. So yeah. But all right, Seth, I appreciate your call, man. All right. Will do. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. So I don't know, man. That Bud and Canelo thing, man. I think that could do numbers.
That's what we need in boxing. We need big fights.
Yeah, I think
keep it coming.
Yeah, I think that fight could do numbers. So yeah, man. But hey, man, it was, it's the first show back. We've been down for about 8 months, and we back up and rolling. We're gonna be bringing the fans a whole lot of content.
So what we got coming up? We got Haney versus Garcia, probably. If Garcia don't is Garcia gonna show up? I mean,
even if Ryan shows up, there's no way that a fighter can spend that much time distracted mentally on things that has nothing to do with boxing. When you're preparing for a fight of that magnitude, you have to be just as mentally prepared, just as much as physically prepared. And his mental state is all over the place.
That's what it seems like. Some people was thinking that he was trying to sell the fight, but I'm like, he's actually hurting the fight.
You ain't selling a fight talking about kids being raped and politics and just all the different things that he's talking about has no relevance to the fight that he's supposedly preparing for April the 20th in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So how are you selling a fight?
I don't know how you sell a fight like that, because his fans are thinking, like, a lot of people thinking like, well, I'm gonna pay for you to get your butt whooped because you're not even focused. You're not even focused. So he hurting the fight. Nobody's looking for that fight no more, because he's like, he's tripping. He shouldn't be fighting.
Yeah,
he shouldn't be fighting. But
Devin Haney is definitely focused on the fight.
Oh yeah,
and
especially after the post that what's his name put up, the recent post about him being at these parties.
Oh
with
he's talking about Diddy,
the Diddy parties.
Yeah, but that's what Ryan is doing, man. He's focusing on he's talking about he knows who killed Tupac. The police officer didn't kill
he's all over the place.
What's his name with the knee?
And killed it. I'm trying to think which one. He said this one recently.
Yeah.
He all over the place.
Yeah. So dang,
right. Get it together, right?
Yeah. He said, Muhammad Ali spent 3 years in jail for believing in what he believed, standing up for what he believed in. Muhammad Ali never spent a day in jail. What do you mean Muhammad Ali spent 3 years in prison?
I never heard that one.
It's just what's crazy is nobody that's close to him is pulling his coattail and saying, "Hey, bro, let's lock in and focus on what we really supposed to be.
I'm surprised
what we were supposed to be about."
The people that's putting the fight on ain't calling them and saying, "Shut up, be quiet, just focus on the fight because you hurting us." I think he is. Again, nobody don't want to watch a fight with somebody that's mentally ill.
Right. I know Vegas is sick because nobody's betting on Ryan to win this fight.
Right. People want him to go get help. They're like, man, go get help. Forget about the fight.
Yeah. So, Devin Haney, he's not gonna get any credit for winning this fight.
Right. Yeah. So it's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
It's lose-lose. Yeah. I seen a little bit of back and forth with AB and trying to get on that card. And AB was just calling out like, you need help. You need help. So
well, that's a whole different other subject there. That initially we were in conversations with Bill to make a Broner Haney fight, and they went back into negotiating with Ryan. So that's what that was about. That wasn't about calling and trying to get on that card. That's not what that was about.
Right.
But yeah, man, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on. We got a lot of interesting stuff going on here at the gym. The new gym is coming along.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be, putting out a lot of content, and the show is back up and running, and a lot of good things coming down the pike. So, just stay tuned. And yeah, man, you got anything else?
I appreciate be sharing the stage with your coach. I think you're a living legend, and I appreciate, like I said, the opportunity to sit here and learn and pick up a little bit more knowledge. That's one thing I like about this show, that Coach gonna set the record straight. So we're gonna have some interesting conversations here. It's like he's opened my eyes to some history that I wasn't even aware of, and I think it's important to fact check a lot of this stuff out here on media. So that's what make me very intrigued and excited to do the show, because we get to learn also. We just ain't here talking crap.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So we got somebody coming in that want to come in. Let's see who we got.
What's happening?
What's happening? Who is this? Who is this we got here?
Man, this is Mr. Yaya McClain, sir.
Okay.
Oh, hell no. Yaya, what's up, man?
What's good with it?
All right, man. We just trying to get it back jumped off, man. I haven't been up and running with this podcast since the last time I had you on the show, man. And that was my best show.
Yeah, man. That's not how you do it. You gotta do more.
Hey, bro.
What's up, Jack?
Hey, bro. I ain't the tech man. And once, if I don't have the right producer that can put all the techie pieces together,
right,
I shut down and regroup and come back bigger, better, and stronger.
There you
and
go.
That's what we're doing.
Yep.
That's what's up.
Oh yeah.
So
what's going on, man?
What's up, champ?
Nothing, man. I was actually putting groceries away, and I seen it. I was like, all right, let me see what they're talking about right quick.
Yeah. Did you see that fight last night?
Man, nah, I was ring announcing at some fights in Atlanta last night.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, so I saw the highlights and all that. Yeah, that Fundora.
Yeah. Hopefully we might be coming your way real soon, man. I'll be reaching out to you.
Yeah.
That's
what's up.
We're working on some stuff, so looking at the ATL, so
Yes, sir.
See how it play out. Definitely gonna hit you up.
For sure. That's what's up. Did y'all see how Isaac Cruz slept that boy?
Oh yeah.
But that's what I predicted. I knew that. Rolly got a hell of a mouthpiece, because he talked himself in this game and he ain't proved nothing.
Yeah, and that skill set, man. That skill set, I don't even see how he got that far with them, like Mike Tyson said, with them primitive skills.
That's what I'm saying. He just got a hell of a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
He got a
he
hell of a
talked
mouthpiece.
his way up into the situation, because from a skill set standpoint, man, golly, bro.
Yeah. Kendrick, what you up to?
Same old, man. Trying to get this gym off the ground, and trying to build something great, something legendary, something that unique. Hopefully one day you come down here, you can check it out.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been focused on, just getting this business off the ground and stuff like that. So hopefully, like I said, you can come down and check it out, and want to help grow the show, and yeah, man. You know me, I'm always grinding.
Always. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, look, man, I was just jumping on here real quick. I'm finished putting them groceries away.
All right, man. Good seeing you. Always good seeing you, bro.
Yes, sir. It's better to be seen than viewed.
Yeah.
All right, man. Y'all keep your hands up and stay on your feet.
All right, yeah.
All right.
All right. Peace.
Yeah, man. So it looks like it's about time to call it a show. It's been fun.
Oh yeah.
But now it's time to run.
So
you were saying before Yaya beamed in.
Where was I Forgot what I was talking about before y'all.
But yeah, we got a lot. We gonna be doing a lot of shows, so we got a lot we're gonna be bringing to.
Yeah. I brought up the whole Garcia thing and but yeah, it's a lot coming our way. A lot of fights. You got Haney and Garcia. You got Canelo May 4th. His guy, and then we have Bronner coming up.
Well, we that's not officially announced yet. So, but they talking Tank in June. You talking about AB at the end of May, but we got to wait until things are.
I really want to talk about that fight, so I can't wait till next week.
So, and that's not officially announced either.
Which we're taking
yeah. So yeah. So but they talking. So
I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. When is he gonna fight?
Yeah.
The new face of boxing.
The new face.
The new face, not Canelo, but the new face.
Yeah.
Not Crawford, but Tank. That's interesting. A lot to talk about.
Yeah. All right, man. We gonna run. We gonna call it a show.
That's a wrap.
Episode 1.
All right.
It was good, man. We're gonna call it a night.